Hey everybody, hope you're doing really well. Hope life is treating you great and you're getting off to a good summer. I know kids are just about to leave school and our household, we're getting ready for our kids to be done and hopefully we'll enjoy some beautiful summer weather. And obviously we're enjoying some rain right now, but it's going to be great. So a quick little thought as I think about things and in the midst of all of this craziness, right? We've got all these things that are going on in the news, in our world, and they can really weigh us down. And one of the things, I had this professor, and his name was Dr. Franklin, and he always told us a couple of things whenever we were talking about, just talking about our lives, or talking about preparing things in the future and preparing things for different people. And he would always say, keep the main thing the main thing. So don't get caught up in all of the craziness. Don't get caught up in all of the periphery. What is the main thing? What are the main things that we need to be focusing on? And for you and for me, what are the most important things in our lives? Is that our families, our health, those key elements? Those are the things that we really need to be focused on and make sure we're doing a good job. And then our work. Work hard. Do great work. Be kind. Be humble. Serve others. And we all know that the good things are going to continue to come. So keep the main things the main things. Go eat ice cream with your neighbor or your friend or your kids. Go high five people downtown. Whatever it is, make sure that you're filling your soul as we have all of this craziness that's going around us. And that brings us to our market update. How are things going in this market? And I get people all the time asking me this question. How's the market? Is it crazy? Is it busy? And the answer is yes to both of those. It is crazy and it is busy. And you might be seeing, if you get your Apple News and all of your updates on your phone, and it might be talking about how the market is responding across Canada and how places are potentially seeing drops and all of those things. And it's always good to stop and take a breath. And to be honest, I feel like that's what our market is doing right now. Our market is taking a breath. It's not as rampant and crazy as we had it a couple months ago. In fact, our demand has tapered off a bit from that really intense and busy spring that we had. And our prices are up from last year, but we've tapered off a little bit. So our average single family price for a home in the Edmonton St. Albert Strip Park, that whole surrounding area, which is now called the Greater Edmonton area, that's at $492. So we used to be up over that $500,000 mark. We've pulled back here, and these are stats from May. We've pulled back, and we're seeing a little bit of some room now in our pricing. Now, what that means is we could have seen some not as many higher end properties sell, those types of things, but we have seen a little bit of a pullback, which is something to note. Last update, we noticed that, our sales were starting to taper off month over month. So we know that as demand shrinks, sometimes that's going to have an impact on pricing, and we did see it that next month. We saw a little bit of an impact on our price. We know that our demand is still, in terms of our sales, we still have sales that are going up, and our sales are up over 4% from last year, but they're down just nominally from 1.6 or 1.6% from the month previous there in April. So our sales are relatively steady, and so now we're seeing a little bit of that leveling off. And what does that mean for our market with our average single family price at $492, and then our condo price, our average condo price is $239. So which again is pretty just stable. And so as we look forward, that we've heard places across Canada, and the thing is to keep in mind, some of these places have seen 70% price increases since the pandemic. That's a ton of room on these pricing. And us here, we're at 10%, 12%, so we haven't seen that incredible rise. And so those places, some of these were periphery markets around major hubs, and now as people are getting back to work, back to the city, they're seeing some of their prices be compressed, and they would see prices selling for $200,000 over list price with like 50 offers. Craziness. We didn't experience the craziness here, and our market is still one of the strongest in all of Canada, and we're still getting people weekly that are moving here from out of province. I get calls all the time from people that are moving into our province because of our higher wages, our lower taxes, and our lower costs of living. So we have a lot of really good things for our market, and we're still very strong on it. And some of the things that we do know is Canada is committed to over 400,000 immigrants every year. So that's a lot of new people moving into our country that are going to need places to live, and we've got a really great affordable market here. So some good things. Now, looking forward, no one can say with certainty what the market's going to do moving forward. I wish I had a crystal ball and I could tell you exactly what the market's going to be like 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now, 2 years from now, but I don't. We do know that real estate is a long-term play. People that are trying to get in and out and make a bag full of cash and ride off on their horse, that's not the way to go about it. Some people do it and it works. Lots of people try that and they get burned. Real estate is a long-term play. So just remember that when you're looking at things. Make sure you're making wise decisions, that you've looked at the data, you've looked at comparables, and that you've got great advice and a great team behind you to make sure if you're selling your property, you know exactly what you need to do to maximize your value, when to come on market, and what type of marketing you're going to need to sell it for top dollar, and buyers that you've got a great team on your side to analyze properties, to get you into the right properties right as soon as they're listed, and to help you negotiate a great price. So our market, still, we've got a good market here. We've got great pricing, really good value across Canada, and we're going to see how things play out. We've got some demand that's staying relatively strong now. Our prices dip down. Maybe we're going to see it hover around this price point for the rest of the summer potentially, going up, down a little bit, who knows, but we still do have a strong market. We're still in a seller's market. We've got under 4 months. We've got 2.6 months of inventory, so anything under 4 months is a seller's market, and so we still have that strength here. So I hope this information is helpful. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your summer. You go and eat ice cream and hang out with your family, and if you need any real estate advice, we're here to help serve however we can. Thank you so much, my friends. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.